The legend of the PommieBasher, a moniker embraced as a badge of honour by Aussies, has a proud history that dates back to 1876, when the British Empire was at its peak, with the sun never setting, its influence and supremacy unchallenged. Little did they suspect, however, that from its farthest colony a champion would emerge, who would not only give a boot up the backside of the high horse upon which Britannia sat, but ignite a rivalry between two great nations that would burn through the ages. Born on the 12th of September 1851 at Greenwich on the Lane Cove River, New South Wales, to parents George Trickett, a former convict turned bootmaker, and his Irish wife Mary Nae Evans, Edward Trickett grew up to show promise as a talented sculler. Now, we don't mean he spent a lot of time boozing at the pub. He did his sculling on the river. Rowing, that is. Ned was pretty flash in his boat, and it wasn't long before someone got a big idea. Trickett would front up to London and challenge the British sculling champion Joseph Sadler, who also just happened to be the reigning world champion. At 6 foot 4 inches, 193 centimetres tall and weighing in at 12 stone 1.5 pounds, 77 kilos, the large partisan crowd who had gathered on the banks of the Thames gave the lanky Australian no chance against their homegrown hero. After all, no Englishman had ever been beaten on home soil at anything, and certainly not by someone from the colonies and Australia of all places. But on the 27th of June 1876 on the Putney Mortlake course in a time of 24 minutes 36 seconds, Trickett defeated James Sadler by over 4 boat lengths, becoming the first Australian to win a world championship in any sport. Monocles in manners throughout Britain popped, and cries of skullduggery echoed on the front pages of the established press, as England tried to come to grips with the fact that their mighty empire was not so mighty after all. As for Trickett, he returned home to Sydney and set up a pub, and you don't get more Aussie than that. Upon his arrival, he was greeted by over 25,000 people who, even after 3 months of the race taking place, were still jubilant at the fact that an Australian had for the first time beaten the Poms at anything. But it would certainly not be the last time. Between 1876 and 1907, in sculling alone, Australia dominated international professional sculling, producing 7 of the 9 world champions, setting up a proud tradition of pommie bashing. Rivals on the sports field, comrades on the battlefield.